Hello and welcome to this week's BlastOne Primed Insight. Today we're talking about selecting the right grade of abrasive so that you're more effective on your blasting job. You see, customers tell us they're using too much paint just to cover up the profile they've created when they blast. Other times they tell us they can't clean out the rust pits fast enough, like what you get on the top of a floating roof tank. So how do you combat these problems? Use the finest abrasive particle size that's going to give you the surface profile that you need. The finer the abrasive, the more hits you get on your surface because there's more grains of abrasive in a fine abrasive mix than in a coarse abrasive. And because you're getting more hits, you get a more consistent profile and you achieve a faster blasting speed. See, the more hits you get, the faster the operator can actually move his blast nozzle. Fine abrasive also scours out the rust pits, whereas a big abrasive grain just tries to get in there and bash it out, but doesn't actually get into the pockets of the pit. By achieving the correct profile for the coating to go on, you don't have to use up too much paint, just enough to fill up the profile. By using fine abrasive, you can also wind your metering valve back. That's your grit valve or your abrasive valve, and use less abrasive. So by having an increased blasting speed and using less abrasive, you're going to make more money. On top of that, you don't have to refill your blast pot so often. Rule of thumb that says use the same abrasive grain size as the coating is thick. Now, let's say you're removing a 500 micron coating, that's 20 mils. Use an abrasive grain that's about 0.5 millimeter in diameter. Let's take that to a thicker coating. Removing a coating that's 1,000 microns thick, use an abrasive that's 1 millimeter in diameter. Now the reason for that is because the big particles will help knock the coating off the steel. The problem is when you've got a really thick coating, say 2,000 microns or 80 mils, if to go to a big abrasive grain, you use too much abrasive. Now what about a really thick coating? Say 2,000 microns, there's something you can do to help speed it up. If you use the one size abrasive, it's very slow to wear the coating off. You can use a large abrasive size to knock that coating off quickly. You then come back with a fine abrasive to clean the surface up. You can even get an abrasive blend, so you've got large abrasive grains and small abrasive grains. The big particles knock the coating off, the small grains go through, clean up the coating that's still on the steel and clean out the rust pits. What about a really thick coating like an ultra high build or non-skid on an aircraft carrier deck? There's other technologies available we can use. You can use ultra high pressure water, it's 40,000 psi to remove the thick coating and then come back and blast after that. You can use automated blast machines, you can use chippers to try and chip off the heavy coatings. There's a lot of different things you can do to get those thick coatings off. The point is, when it comes to the right profile for the surface, using the finest abrasive you can that's going to give you the consistent profile for the next coating to go on. Hope you enjoyed the BlastOne Primed Insights. See you again.